Excuse me, bloody laptop is just taking too slow. Hello everybody, welcome back to City United Way. Another transfer show. Personal terms were great for Mason Mount. Is it De Gea out and Andre Onana in? Slight bit of news about Harry Kane. Little bit of news about Declan Rice, you could say. And yeah, just a bit of transfer news. We'll go through it, give you my opinions on them as per usual. Yeah, another transfer show. I have to start getting used to this. Hopefully we can do a transfer show where we actually sign a player. That would be nice if we done a transfer show where we actually sign someone, because we don't sign many players, do we? I mean, you look at Man City, who got Kovacic, and could be getting Declan Rice. I'll go to City, Declan Rice. Come on. Yeah, let's talk about. Anyways, let's talk about nothing new from Manchester United when it comes to what the hell? What the heck? Alright, jeez. When it comes to transfer news. I mean, as I said, Fabrizio Romano came out, what was it, last night, coming out and saying that personal terms have been agreed for Mason Mount. I mean, I think we knew the personal terms were agreed for Mason Mount a good while back, but Fabrizio Romano came out and just gave us a bit of a refresh. But I mostly want to talk about the what the heck? I want to talk about. Can I get up on the screen? I mostly want to talk about the goalkeeping situation. Andre Onana, David De Gea, Diogo Costa. You can throw Diogo Costa in there if you want. I don't know why I'm lagging today, so if I am lagging on your screen, I do apologise, and if I do sound like someone that's being smothered, I have a cold. So I just thought I'd throw that in there. But yeah, I mean, it's always us to talk about. That's the problem with these shows. I know there's another different thumbnail, but we're testing things out as well. So yeah, I mean, we'll jump into it. We'll jump into the first bit of news, and this is the goalkeeping situation. Again, we'll read it out and let you know where it's come from, reliable or not. We'll read it out. David De Gea and Manchester United are yet to agree on a new contract. The goalkeeper and the club continue to examine their respective options. Eric Ten Hag admires Andre Onana's excellent passing quality and his ball-to-foot confidence as well. Manchester United are relaxed and don't see June 30th as a deadline for signing a new contract with David De Gea. They also said Andre Onana has been sounded out to stay. Has been sounded out a move to Manchester United as they continue to await a final decision on David De Gea's future. So yeah, sounded out. That's a new one. Rahul said, "What the hell?" Rahul says, "I would take Mount," and he also says De Gea should stay. Well, listen, is it up to De Gea or is it up to Manchester United? Like, I mean, if Ten Hag doesn't want them, he's gonna get rid of them. Simple as. Do I want Mason Mount? I feel like he could work under Ten Hag. I personally, I think he could do well under Ten Hag, and I hope he does. Fingers crossed. But I just don't know. I mean, if I had to pick off, if I had two options, Mount or Declan Rice, obviously I'd have to go for Declan Rice. But that's just my opinion. Again, when Mason Mount is in form, he is brilliant. So, I'm not sure if I want him still, but I'll back Ten Hag. If Ten Hag does not want him, fair enough. But that's it. It is interesting. Like, back at it again. Is it De Gea? Does De Gea, does he feel like extending his contract, or has Ten Hag seen enough and said, you know what, I want to move on and get Onana or Diogo Costa? And here's another question: Andre Onana or Diogo Costa, which one would you take? Mount is okay, but we should not pay above 35 mil for him. Listen here, I'm surprised he hasn't went to Saudi Arabia like N'Golo Kante, oh my god, Koulibaly, Fofana, Hudson-Odoi, Mendy. Did I say Kante? I feel like I'm missing some. Ziyech. or Ziyech, whatever I want to pronounce it. I mean, Jesus Christ, Saudi Arabia are they trying to kill us? But yeah, I wouldn't pay above 35 mil for Mason Mount. I mean, what was yesterday's bid? Was it a 55, 50, 45, 50 million? And they rejected. He won 65. I think. I think we're gonna get Mason Mount. I think we're gonna get Mason Mount. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I don't know. But Chelsea are just being too greedy, and that's why I think we will not. We'll have to pay. Not pay the asking price. Not pay the asking price. No, don't pay the asking price. I mean, the transfer budget is huge. I mean, Ten Hag hasn't got the backing. I mean, at this stage, I thought we would have had new owners, Qatar even, and we probably would have had new signings. Everyone would have been looking forward to the season starting, but now it's just, when are we going to get this? And what? Why and when? Why and when? We won't get Mount below 40 million. Nah, it's not happening. It's not happening. It really, really isn't. It's not happening. We're not getting Mason Mount for 40 million. I feel like the next bid they will accept, but if they don't accept, walk away. Look at other options. I mean, look at Frankie de Jong last year. We wasted what, a month and a half, a month solid max. And did we get Frankie de Jong? No, we got Casemiro. So I don't want to deal with. Look, don't get me wrong. If we walked away from Mason Mount, I'd be like, great, fair enough. I wouldn't be happy, but I don't really want Mason Mount to be brutally honest with you. I don't know why. I mean, don't get me wrong. We probably would be handy to replace. No, not to replace Bruno. Jesus, no. But say Bruno needs a rest or whatever like that. Because in fairness to Bruno, he's been a brilliant player for us this season. But had a season gone, and I'm sure he could do with a bit of. It'd be just nice to have Mason Mount there, and can he Mason Mount play in the deeper role? You know what I mean? I'm sure Ten Hag has ideas, has plans for Mount if we bring him in. Better to leave Mount. Yeah, if the next bid is rejected, I think we should walk away. Buy the next up and Comer. Who? Who? Who are we looking at? Personally, like I want to know who are we looking at? Like if we walk away from Mason Mount, who do we bring up? Did we look at Declan Rice? Did we look at Declan Rice? Seriously, did we look at Declan Rice or did we just walk away? Honestly, like, honest question. If the next bid is rejected, did we just walk away and say, listen, we done what we could. I mean, how many bids did we do for the young? Was it 3 or 4 or 5? One of them. But who? If we do walk away from Mason Mount, who do we bring in? That's a question. That's the question for you. We should sell that Hoyland deal. Listen, if we don't get Kane and we don't get either Kane or Osimhen, I feel like we will. If we don't get Kane, which seems very unlikely that we're going to get Kane, or very likely that we're not going to get Kane, I would get Hoyland. But then again, he won't hit the ground up. He won't come in and hit the ground and start doing bits for us. Will be a good player under Ten Hag. That's the problem with Ten Hag. That's why if Ten Hag does bring in a Mason Mount, for example, you can back him. Ten Hag can change these players and do what he has to because he's done it in the past. He's improved players. I mean, look at Rashford. Rashford always had the potential to be a brilliant player, but still, he had a good season. Wan-Bissaka. I'm going to put my hands up and say I said we should sell Wan-Bissaka last summer. And after seeing the way it was like post-World Cup, brilliant. Lindelof, you have to give it to Lindelof. Lindelof's done fairly well. I know it's easy to do well when you have a Varane beside you, or Martinez, or even a Luke Shaw. Who else is there? Like, he's improved a decent few players. I have to give it to Ten Hag. So if we brought in a Hoyland and Mount and a defender even, but I feel like we're going to bring in a striker. I feel like we're going to get Mount, and I think we're going to get a new goalkeeper. That's just me. I don't think we'll have a. No, we won't have a good. We won't have anywhere near the transfer window we did last summer, where we got Martinez, Ericsson, Malacia, Casemiro, Anthony. You know, Dubravka and all on if one includes that, but I'm not. Declan Rice should be avoided. Really, I'd actually bring Declan Rice in. If you got Declan Rice, he'd be sound. I mean, then that's not only is that a backup for Casemiro, but that's a decent addition. But I don't think we'll get Declan Rice. I feel like he's either going to go to Arsenal or Man City, one of those two. But more than likely Arsenal because he won't game time. Whoever you're buying, buy under 40 mil. Says Rahel. Yeah. I mean, can I do this? Yeah. Right. Yeah. I mean, I just don't think we. Like, I just personally, I think this transfer window is. Like, don't get me wrong. Really green screen. Don't get me wrong. I was looking forward to this summer transfer window. I was looking forward to bringing in these players. Not these players, but I thought we were going to bring in some sort. I thought we would have had new owners and all by now. That's what's killing me. Like, honestly, I thought we'd have new owners by now, but we don't. We don't. So, fortunately, we have to deal with it. Rice is a good player, but you would be spending 100 million gross package. Yeah. We haven't even with Qatar. You should not be spending ridiculously. Even with Qatar, I don't think we're spending ridiculously, but we'd be more competent if you get me. Like, we'll get deals done sooner, and we'll actually get players for a proper price. Because with the Glazers as owners, you know, when they see, you know, the Glazers or whoever it is, Morta or Arnold, whoever really is in the mix to get these players and does all the talking. You're literally like you'll be smiling. Like, if we go in and get like Todd Bowley, especially if he, you know, he sees our, you know, Morta coming in and Arnold or whoever, and they're like, yeah, he's only worth 20, but we're gonna try and get 50. Like, you know what I mean? It's just ridiculous. It really, really is ridiculous. I mean, it is ridiculous like that. When, like, it's true. When the clubs see Man United come along, they up the price by 20 million, 15, 20 mil. It's even more. City never spent more than 50 mil up for my package. Yeah, City's, but why? Because they're competent, and they know how to negotiate. And people don't look at them. People don't look at them and take them as clowns. We're like don't get me wrong, Manchester United, we're filled. Like, we are filled. Like, it's ridiculous to think that, like, how many players have we signed out in the past that haven't been worth the price tag? I mean, Lukaku wasn't worth it. Simples. No way was Lukaku worth it. I mean, after what he done in the Champions League final, don't like him. Get up and coming players, not established ones. Yeah, I mean, listen, a striker, like a striker that's not established, but a bit of, you know, a reasonable age that you can know. Like Harry Kane, if you get Harry Kane for 2 years, 3 years, that's alright. That's another thing. But I feel like we will get Højlund. I just cannot see us getting Harry Kane. I just can't. Get a good recruitment team first. Exactly. Good recruitment team. That's all you need. That's all you need, though. It is all you need. A good recruitment team. It's not. Honestly, I'm sure it's not hard. Like, I really am sure it's not hard to get a good recruitment team. Like, it can't be. Right? It just can't be. It's just ridiculous, in my opinion. But we'll just do this. I'm into recruitment myself. They can sign me. Yeah, listen, Rahel, I'm sure you do a better job. I'm sure you do a much, much better job. Honestly, I'm sure you do a better job, man. Listen, the way, trust me, you've been on shows in the past, Rahul, and you seem like a guy that wouldn't be what's what I'm looking for, wouldn't be wouldn't overspend. How am I meant to? Yeah, if you know what I mean. Yeah, yeah. I think I don't even do recruitment, and I think I could do better. And I think a 5-year-old could have better recruitment. Hopefully, guitar sack everyone there. Who would we sack? Get rid of Arnold. Morta. Who else are we getting rid of? Who else are we getting rid of? That's the thing. Like, oh, um, that's the thing. Who they probably won't. Like the recruitment team go. They should go. Even Rahul said it. Sack all the recruiters. Yeah, agree, 100%. Like if Ratcliffe comes in, which you probably won't. I said if Ratcliffe comes in, which he probably won't, so I'm hoping he doesn't. He's not going to sack anyone. He's not. Might sack the recruitment team, but even that's a big ask. So probably wouldn't do that. Probably you wouldn't do a lot. You'd be only a fresh owner. So get someone in the recruitment team with a footballing knowledge. Yeah, that's the thing. Like that's the thing. Like when you see Manchester United hiring these people in the background, like you're like, I don't know who the club is. I don't know. We could bring in the best recruitment team in the world, but I still don't know who they are. Hopefully Qatar's the new owner. Yeah, fingers crossed. Really hope Qatar the new owners. Don't hold your breath is what I'll say. Let's move up. Andre Onana. Onana. What's my name? Onana. What's my name? Is it what's his name or what's my name? I don't know. Have to get that up, don't we? An Onana song. But then we get copyright. I don't want to do that. Yeah, we won't do that. Well, Man United. We'll move on to the goalkeeping situation. We'll read out a few bit of news. A few bit of news. Yeah, we'll go with that. Even David Ornstein's come out and said David De Gea's contract situation has gotten this far. It looks like he may well leave. Bit of Van de Beek news in there and all that. Anyways. Rahul says these people don't do proper hires. It's not about recruitment, it's about talent acquisitions. Yeah. The goalkeeper is the least of our priorities. It's funny enough, people might think that, and I thought that. Still think it. But the way things are going, this transfer window's giving me a headache, and we're only a week in. Yeah, a week or so. And I already have a headache covering it up. I do. Do I? Yeah, I do. And Liverpool signs players. McAllister probably going to sign one or two more players. Liverpool have been very quiet at transfer window, but that's that. City got Kovacic for 25-30 million. That's decent. He's not one of the most standout midfielders in the world, but he's decent. He's decent. You have to give it to him. Arsenal got Havertz for 65 million. Not sure what they're gonna do with him, but he's in there. Looking at Declan Rice. Looking at Yuri and Timber. Ajax are getting absolutely tore apart, aren't they? Like their squad is just being tore apart. Man, their stars gone. Uh, if De Gea is asking above 300k, he can go. Well, I think he's so far, anyways. He's the highest paid player at the club, and I don't think he'd be interested in getting a lowering that. I don't think he'd be interested in lowering that. I think he's gonna go. And it'd be sad to see him go, but it is for the best. It is for the best. I mean, I've been very quiet about the hair. I haven't really been too harsh on him because I knew it, but it was like obviously I'm not gonna a lot of Manchester United fans want him out. Would I be surprised if he stayed? I actually would. I can't see the hair staying. It'd be sad to see him go. I mean, do we classify De Gea if he does live as a club legend? Like seriously, do we classify De Gea if he lives as a club legend? So, like seriously, are we gonna consider him as a club legend? Seriously, my hair is shocking today. Are we going to consider De Gea as a club legend if he lives? Just get people in who are hungry, says Rahil. Yeah, that's it. I'm actually hungry now. Haven't had anything to eat. Arsenal, City, Liverpool, and Chelsea are going to be up there challenging. Are we on about challenging for the title? I mean, this I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, it depends what Chelsea's names are. Can Poch do bits at Chelsea next season? Yeah, Chelsea have a lot of money as well. I mean, not just what the money Todd Bowley has, but the players that he sold. I haven't sold them for big prices, but De Gea is a club legend. Yeah, I would consider De Gea as a club legend if he lives. He's had the club for a long, long time, and he's won numerous trophies at the club and Golden Gloves and that. You have to, I mean, he had it. There was one season. I think it was the season we won the FA Cup, 2016, and he was brilliant. I remember he made a save, and even the sideline. The fella, your man, the sideline, the sideliner clapped. So I remember it to this day. I only seen a clip of it the other day as well. That was I think it was 2016, 17. Whatever season it was, he was spectacular. We won't be doing anything next season at this rate. To be honest with you, I'm looking forward to the pre-season starting. I mean, I know pre-season doesn't doesn't really count. If you have a great pre-season, you're not going to get carried away. Because last season we had a decent pre-season and we lost our opening 2 games in the Prem. Bit of a slow start. And like it depends what we'll do. It depends. I feel like we'll start making signings soon. I mean, Rahul said it just there. The takeover thing has affected the transfers. Yeah, most definitely, big time. It's affected everything. Let's be brutally honest here. I mean, I think even if you brought new owners in now, you could probably say it's too late. We would have had to get new owners in by March, April, May. Is it too late? It might be. Some would say no. There's still time. But listen, I still want them to come in. You know what I mean? I still want them to come in. I suppose you are meant to hear about the ownership news in the next couple of hours. So it is interesting. Rahil speaking about De Gea says, even though he didn't win anything individually, he was brilliant. Yeah, he had his good seasons, definitely. Oh yeah, I read that out. Let's see where we are at the end of the window. Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see where we stand at the end of this transfer window. Will we be where we want to be? Will we be where we want to be? In the hell? with the players we take in, I mean, I think if you Highland, Mount, a goalkeeper, will we bring a defender? Fuck if I know. But yeah, we're moving to Mason Mount anyway, since we're here. So Simon Jones coming out and saying Manchester United have been told to pay £65 million in order to buy Mason Mount. Then Fabrizio Romano was come out and said Mason Mount and his camp have told Chelsea again they are not signing a new deal. Therefore, Chelsea have dropped their price tag to £60 to £65 million. No intention to sign a new contract as of now, and this was confirmed again today. Man United expected to make a third bid, so we're going to make a third bid. I think their second offer for Mason Mount was fair and accurate reflection of his value. Chelsea are aware that Man United have a history of caving in and overpaying. So Chelsea know we have a history. Teams know we have a history of overpaying, and they're not really messing with us. The deal for Mason Mount could be closed for 60 million plus add-ons. So Fabrizio Romano has come out and said later on late last night, the deal for Mason Mount could be closed for 60 million pounds plus add-ons. So if you like, it's that 60 million like with add-ons included, but if you're doing 60 million plus add-ons, then you're looking at 65 million. A bit of Donny van de Beek news. Manchester United have offered Donny van de Beek on loan to Roma. This is from the Martio. It's not a priority for Roma. It's not a priority for Roma, but the club will think about it in the coming days. I mean, I think we should get rid of Van de Beek, personally. And I don't want Mason Mount. I don't want Mason Mount. I'm going to throw it out there, and I don't mind if you get Onana, but I prefer Diogo Costa. But at this rate, we'd be lucky to get anyone. The incompetence in transfers is there to see in front of our eyes. Yeah, it's been there it's been there for a long, long time. We dream of these players, but hardly get them. Yeah, that's it. Manchester United will bid again for Mason Mount. Personal terms are 100% agreed and sealed. United want quick resolution, but will not make a crazy bid. A bid of 60 to 65 million pounds would be enough to complete a deal, says Romano. Any more news to read? I don't want Mason Mount. I'm sorry, I don't. But Sky Sports shit has come out and said Manchester United retain an interest in Declan Rice, and there have been discussions internally about how possible it would be to sanction a deal. Due to the FFP, it's unlikely that Man United would be able to spend much of their budget on just one player. So yeah, we're not going to get Declan Rice. I can't see us getting Declan Rice. I really can't. Any more news? And a bit of news from Rich Fay. Erik ten Hag has already made it clear that young players not up to as high, can't even read. Erik ten Hag has already made it clear that young players not up to his very high standards won't be given an opportunity, and only world-class prospects will be given a proper chance under him. That's the last bit of news, I think, anyways, for now. Yeah, I mean, we got rid of Iqbal for 1 million. Ridiculous. I mean, we're just very slow. I mean, it's the 22nd of June. When did we sign Malacia? What date did we sign Malacia? Was it around this time last year? The 5th of... No. Manchester United agreed deal. The 28th of June was when we got Mason Mount. When we got Malacia. We got him for 17 million euros, but that's 15.7 million pounds. That was the 28th of June. So so we signed him this day week, basically. This day week. Chris Wheeler coming out and saying Manchester United identified Ramsey Highland as more realistic target, but the situation changed when his valuation rocketed to £86 million. They want to pay roughly half that price, and talks are ongoing to see if a compromise can be found. Yeah, I mean clubs now. Manchester United really overpay. That's what happens. Chris Wheeler also coming out and saying Manchester United have ended their interest in Harry Kane and the situation won't change unless Tottenham are prepared to drop their asking price closer to £80 million. So yeah, I mean, it's going to be a long transfer window. Really, really is. But I personally, you could say a good transfer. I mean, Highland his valuation has skyrocketed to £86 million. He's not worth £86 million. No way. No way. Here's a player I'd like. Chris Wheeler has come out and said Manchester United's technical staff are understood to be keen on Randall Kolo Muani, plays for Eintracht Frankfurt for anyone who doesn't know. Although they could face competition from Bayern Munich, his valuation is quite high, but Frankfurt are prepared to accept an initial payment of £50 to £60 million. I would like Kolo Muani. £50 to £60 million. I mean, it's not bad, is it? It's not bad. 50 to 60 mil for Kolo Muani. That's not bad. I mean, that's not bad. I think we should look into that. If we're not going to get Highland because his price target is too high, if we're not going to get Harry Kane because he's worth too much, and Osimhen, and Highland, look in for Kolo Muani. 50 to 60 million. We shouldn't let that walk away. Get away from. We shouldn't let that walk away from us. I would like Kolo Muani. I've always been a big fan of him. You know, he's fast, he's young, he's tall, I think. We should look into Kolo Muani. A bit of news from our football. Manchester United have found the middle ground with Chelsea over a defamation amount, with the England star now closing in on a £68 million switch. So yeah. But listen, that's been a bit of transfer news. If any more news breaks, you will go live. We're planning to have 2 shows a week next week, so make sure to stick around for that. Appreciate the support, subscribe, and we'll speak to you all in a bit. Have a good one. Peace.